Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. Um, it doesn't matter what's on my shirt, does it? Anyway, you remember, I forgot, it might have been 6 or 7 podcasts ago where I was talking about the three monkeys that escaped from the zoo and ended up in a fast food joint and they wrecked the whole place. You know that story about the fast food place in New York, where the three baboons got pissed off at the workers because they charged $1.75 for extra sauce. Um, but it says that on the menu that they charge $1.75. So it wasn't like a surprise. But when the cashier said it's $1.75, they chimped out anyway, and they just like totally destroyed the whole place. The video is viral. I'm sure you've seen it. But anyway, just in case you didn't hear the podcast where I talked about it, that's the short refresher. Okay, they totally destroyed the place. Hopping, hopping on the counter, making chimp noises, throwing, throwing bottles, breaking windows. It was awesome. But anyway, we have a repeat of that situation, but this time it's in Atlanta. Pretty sure it's Atlanta at a Taco Bell in Atlanta. Now there's no audio though, but there's these two customers. I think they escaped from the zoo too. I think they're hairless apes. That's the only way I can describe them. Oops, it's about the plane. I don't want that to happen. Anyway, um, so from the video, they're make placing their order. They're standing behind the counter, placing the order, and then for some reason, they start getting agitated. Now I don't know how you get agitated at a fast food place. Now listen, I don't go to fast food places a lot. For those of you that don't know, I live a pretty healthy lifestyle. Minus the crack meth and the escorts. Um, well, in the vodka, but I live a pretty healthy lifestyle. So I don't eat sugar. I don't. As far as I know, I don't eat processed foods. Processed foods. Like like Twinkies. Like like stuff that when you put it on on the shelf, it lasts 50 years. And I definitely don't eat fast food. God, I'm trying to think of the last time I had fast food, and it it might have been it might have been 3 years ago. It might have been 3 years ago because I just randomly wanted a fillet of fish because like the fillet of fish is the only thing I get from McDonald's. Now I don't know if that's good or bad, but you know um, like, how often does a person go to McDonald's? Well, I'm not the average person, but anyway, every time I've been to McDonald's throughout my entire life, but that's not that many times though. But every time I have gone, I've gotten a fillet of fish. But it was roughly 3 years ago. It was like the fillet of fish Friday, where like it cost like $2. And but let me tell you one thing about the fillet of fish though. And I know I'm bird walking, I'm off topic, but don't worry. You know, you know how it is. I remember being, well, I don't know, let's just say like 12. The fillet of fish was gigantic. Okay, I'm being serious. It was a big sandwich. Then I remember being like 16, and it got a little smaller. And it was like every like 4 years, mm, sometimes 6 years, it got a little smaller. Okay, So 3 years ago, when I had the filet sandwich, I swear I could eat the whole thing in 2 bites. I mean, like 2 big bites. If I was a body positive person, I could have just swallowed it whole like a snake would do, or sorry, a body positive type person. You know, like the one thing McDonald's scrimp on, doesn't hold back on, is the fries. Like they can't wait to get rid of those. Now, I think the reason why they can't wait to get rid of the fries and they make sure you get lots of fries is because I'm sure there's something addicting about the fries. Because I've known some people who like act like McDonald's fries is like the last hit of heroin. Okay, now listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I've talked about a lot of conspiracy theories on this show, and they all came true. Okay, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, okay, you probably don't, but let's continue with this. So I'm a relatively healthy person, but anyway, um, but yeah, so like when it comes to this Taco Bell place though, I've been at Taco Bell several times too. Actually, I don't count Taco Bell as fast food though, and I don't know why. Actually, I do. I do know why. I was reading because I'm a musician, and so I know a lot of stupid things that really don't mean anything and serve no value or purpose in life. But listen, when you're touring, you kind of live out of a van or a tour bus, and like, it's not like you're eating home cooked meals. So, like fast food is kind of a staple. And so there's a list of healthy fast food actually. Like there are some foods that, some healthier fast foods. So Taco Bell is actually a place where you can actually eat kind of healthy, um, like calorie wise and stuff. Anyway, but just all the times I've been to Taco Bell, I've never had a bad experience with the person behind the counter. I go in there, I go, yeah, can I have um, what do I usually order? Like the grilled stuffed beef burrito. That sounds like something I would get, you know, because it's manly. I guess if I was being honest, I should order the erectile dysfunction veggie burger. Anyway, so I've never had a no, and I'm talking about the Taco Bell in Culver City, the one by Culver High. That's the Taco Bell I go to. Okay, never had a bad experience. I remember I went there one time. There's this guy sitting at the table, but he was a worker, and he was like, "Man, I just dropped 2 ecstasy pills, man. Like, I don't know if I should go to work." And I'm like, "Well, you're already here." He's like, "Oh yeah, you're right." Even that was a good experience, you know. Even that was a good experience. He gave me a free taco. Anyway, so there is nothing I could talk to. There's no topic I can think of that I would discuss with the person behind the counter that would make me want to fight. That's the point I'm getting at. Okay? When I go to Taco Bell, I'm like, I want this, I want that, I want a drink. Thank you. How was your day? Those those are the only topics I would discuss when I go into Taco Bell. So I don't know how you could fight and anyone working there. I don't know. Or hell, I don't know how you could fight a stranger at Taco Bell because it's like, hey, like aren't we all here for the same thing? To get some empty calories? Aren't we all here for the same thing? To get a taco that's filled with kangaroo meat, but it's not against the law. Seriously, like I don't understand the mindset of some of these idiots. But anyway, so I'm watching the video. These two women order their food, and then but there's no sound, and they like start to get agitated. I don't know why. The only thing I saw was the woman take their order. That's it. And then they get really agitated, and then they both walk behind the counter and, go toward, the area where they make the food. And, they're very agitated, and, it looks like some shit's about to go down. Okay? Okay, now listen. I'm not, I don't mean to sound sexist. I actually want to sound sexist. Listen, like, you know, when you got these women who just think they can do anything they want and like try to cause a ruckus in a fast food place because no matter what is said to you by the person behind the counter, there is no excuse to like walk behind the counter and try to start a fight with other women. Because guess what? The average woman doesn't want to fight. The average woman doesn't want a physical confrontation. So if you're a woman who is trying to be physically violent, that's basically a man to the average woman. Okay, that's just bottom line. Like, all these women have been misled by the, current whatever culture that's going around where like they want to make women like men. So if you notice, that's why a lot of these incidences or have been women going crazy. Like you don't see guys going crazy at McDonald's. Yo, where's my Happy Meal, motherfucker? Yo, where's my toy? Oh, it's about to go down. Like you never see a guy get crazy with the person behind the counter. Anyway, so these two chicks go behind the counter. So, one of the women who's behind the counter is scared, obviously, and she's trying to get away. But guess what her coworker does? Grabs a pot of boiling water and just throws it on the two chicks. And they run out. Good. I mean, that is some Kyle Rittenhouse self-defense if I've ever seen it. And it was boiling because she threw it and it was just smoke. It was just smoke. If it was me, I'd have thrown the fire at her. I mean, this is self-defense, people. Like you gotta protect yourself. You don't know if someone is crazy enough to get pissed off because whatever they didn't like the way you handed their change back. You don't know what they're capable of doing. So yeah, I think throwing a pot of boiling water on them is a great way to end the situation. So now the two girls that had the water poured on them are trying to sue Taco Bell. That's like that's like me trying to steal a car from the Westfield Mall parking lot and then sue the security guard because he tackled me. You know what I'm saying? That's like, me, whatever, going to Ralph's and shoplifting a tube of toothpaste. Okay? And then when the alarm gets off and I run and the security guard chases me down and tackles me, I sue because he ripped a hole in my jeans. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know why I came up with those two horrible analogies. Well, whatever. What is the world coming to? We live in a world where the aggressor can sue you for defending yourself. What is going on? We have to change the culture. Okay? Like this shouldn't even be allowed. See, okay, if you are involved in a crime and you are the one committing the crime, that should void all of your rights to sue the person you're attacking. That make like that's one. Once again, I'm an anarchist. I don't, I'm very anti-government. I'm very, the less laws, the better. The less government interference, the better. But this is one law that I wouldn't mind if if it was a federal law, if you are committing a violent act against someone and they have to defend themselves against you, you should forfeit all rights to sue them if they injure you because you put them in a situation. Like, if someone's attacking you, you know, you have to stop them. And the only way to stop them is to sometimes you gotta stop them for the rest of their life. Like, you know, what? You're gonna be nice, go, oh, please stop. No. The person obviously doesn't give a fuck about you. They're trying to hurt you, kill you, rob you, whatever. It's not your job to be nice. It's your job to protect your life, protect your family's life. Okay? Protect the good day you had. I can't believe that we live in a country where the perpetrators are allowed to sue. Man, this is some kangaroo court bullshit, man. Really? Now, I don't know much about Atlanta. I really don't. But I bet you if they have, I bet you if they're Democratic, if they got like a Democrat DA or whatever, I bet you, I bet you like it'll be allowed to go to court. I bet. Because if you've noticed, it's the Democratic cities that have all the crazy crime, that have all the riots, that, hell, I just saw a news story earlier today where in some cities, like supermarkets, they can't sell detergent anymore because people steal so much of it. They actually have it under lock and key, or they keep it in the back, and you have to ask the manager to get you a bottle of detergent. What about the other story? Well, you didn't see it, but maybe you heard about it. I don't know. I'm just talking. Where there's like 17 Starbucks had to close in like democratic cities because it just wasn't safe anymore because of the violent crime. You know, I mean, crime is on the rise. Obviously, there's less cops. Obviously, and the culture. There's more and more people doing bad stuff. You know, you got you got your guys, you got your pissed off young men from the single parent households shooting up places, and then you got your, I don't know what to call them, females tearing down, acting crazy in fast food places. It's like garbage human beings are like their numbers are increasing daily. It's because of the culture. And it doesn't help that our pop culture's well, it's been ruined. You don't have and I'm not the type of person that looks up to fictional characters, but a lot of dumb people are motivated and they don't know it, but they're controlled by what they see in the media and in our entertainment. And so you've seen what's happened with our entertainment over the past like 5 years. You know, men are stupid, men are weak. They're trying to make the women like men now. It's ass backwards. It's ass backwards. Why are these women doing these male gorilla things? Just acting like animals. I'm gonna wreck the place because I'm mad. That's interesting. We gotta change the culture, but until that happens, seriously, avoid going outside. Like, seriously, like, I, I have really cut back going outside because you know what? Like, you just don't know who's gonna act like an idiot. You know, I'm a big enough idiot as it is, but I keep to myself. Anyway, I've said enough. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.